Hari Krishna. Uh, Hi all. Basically, I'm continuing on from this book, The King of Knowledge. Yeah, that one. Reading from page 10, page 10 from from here, from here to here, where that blue mark is. So, it says, because Arjuna is not envious, Krishna speaks this special knowledge to him. This is not only theoretical knowledge but practical knowledge. Uh, Vi- Vijana Sahitam. Haven't looked into that one yet. Well, don't know when actually. And it says, whatever knowledge we receive from the Bhagavad Gita should not be taken for sentimentality or fanatism. That word is sen- sentimentality. Sentimentality means exaggerated and self-indulgent, tenderness, sadness, or nostalgia. And the word fanatism, don't think I've got that one. Fanatism means the quality of being fanical. Basically, it's basically a zeal, a passion. So it's to basically indulge in indulge with passion about the knowledge. But basically, this Bhagavad Gita, which is spelled Bhagavad, when it talks, and it's Gita with line Gita Gita, should not be taken for sentimentality or fanatism. Basically, I think that's a bit flawed. I think it's a bit flawed. This, or a bit not correct with this Bhagavad Gita, because basically when I read the website, there, when this website about the Bhagavad Gita .org, middleline.org, middle line Gita.org, it basically says, Namaste, welcome to the Bhagavad Gita online. We are happy you have arrived, and just checking if it's recording. So yeah, it says, we are happy you have arrived, and it will be our pleasure to serve you. Here you will be presented transcendent transcendent transcend transcendental knowledge of the most profound spiritual nature as revealed in the Bhagavad Gita. It is the divine discourse spoken by the Supreme Lord Krishna. But like I said, there needs to be evidence, rock hard evidence. like dating back many years before human beings, to say that Krishna is Lord. It says Lord Krishna himself, and is the most popular and well known of all the sacred scriptures from ancient India, always being revered as a true source of spiritual knowledge. There needs to be evidence, like I said before, about that in my previous videos as well, like from part 1 to 2 or 3 or something like that, from what I vaguely recall. And it says spiritual knowledge. Yes, part one to part 3 of the true, or of is Hinduism the true religion. Where so it goes on to say spiritual knowledge, sorry, always being revered as a true source of spiritual knowledge. It reveals the purpose and goal of human existence. In conjunction to this, we will be presenting precise Vedic verification of, sorry, in conjunction to this, we will be presenting precise Vedic verification of the Supreme Lord Krishna's divine incarnation as evidence confirming his supreme position. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 20. I'm on chapter 10 anyway. I'm on chapter 10. And it says, chapter 10, yeah, verse 20. The Supreme Lord reveals that he manifests as the immortal soul with each and every living entity. With that, there needs to be evidence, like, to say that he's a supreme Lord reveals that he manifests as the immortal soul within each and every living entity. So, there needs to be evidence that he manifests himself in that. Well, manifestation is just somebody showing themselves publicly, but if somebody's going to show themselves publicly, then there needs to be benefits of that person showing themselves in benefit to, like, in like healings, and like that that when people, and also when people come, sorry, I mean, and when Krishna is able, there needs to be evidence of when Krishna is showing himself true and beneficial to human beings right now and in the past, from back before human beings existed. There needs to be cold, hard evidence, rock hard evidence of it being securely locked somewhere in this world, because the world has the answer to everything that we can ever possibly think and dream of. The world has every answer to it, and it's found here on earth. Some people have life after death experience, and they come back and tell the tale. But for Krishna to exist, there needs to be, evidence after, in the afterlife, someone dying and coming back and saying, Krishna did exist. You hear all these news about Christians dying and seeing Jesus and seeing God, and seeing angels and demons and stuff like that. But you don't. But I've never heard of human beings dying and coming back to life and saying, I saw Krishna, I saw Lord Krishna, or I saw all these things that I've mentioned from is Hinduism the true religion, from part 1 to part 6, and today's part 7. I haven't heard anything that was mentioned from that somebody's experienced that in the afterlife and come back to tell the story. So I move on on this online Gita thing. So it says So it says, no, nowhere else within any other religious structure is this information available. Our purpose is to take. Our purpose is to make the eternal knowledge of Bhagavad Gita freely available to everyone all over the earth. Fair enough. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But yeah. So I'll read on from this. Continue on from this book. The kingdom of knowledge, the kingdom of knowledge. Yeah, you see loads of times anyway. So yeah, and it says the knowledge in both jhana and vijnana, theoretical wisdom and scientific knowledge. If one becomes well versed in this knowledge, liberation is certain. But how can you be certain of that? How can we be certain of that? For liberation to be certain, if somebody, like it says, to have that knowledge, they'll be liberated. Where is the evidence of that? And it's like it's saying that you'll find peace, but how can you find that? How can you find that peace? How can we be assured of the kingdom of knowledge will give us true peace? Where is the cold hard evidence of that, of people's testimonies saying that? There needs to be hard evidence of people saying that, throughout the days, throughout the years, throughout the ages. There needs to be rock hard evidence saying that. Because I read it again. It says the knowledge is both JNANA and VIJNANA, theoretical wisdom and scientific knowledge. If one becomes well versed in this knowledge, liberation is certain. When he says well versed, he means if you know it all. But how can a human being possess all knowledge? Because human beings are not capable of doing that. How do I know that? Because basically, you know, everybody has the capability of forgetting things. So in that forgetfulness, you you know the the brain can lose knowledge, can lose understanding, and can lose wisdom. So if we're well versed in certain things, how can we play the part of God and know everything? So yeah, and this one, well versed in this knowledge liberation is certain. Life in this material world is by nature inauspicious and miserable. Inauspicious is the meaning of inauspicious is not conducive to success, unpromising. Synopsis: unpromising, unpropitious, prosperous, unprosperous, unfavorable, adverse, unfortunate. So yeah, I've done that bit. So yeah, miserable. Yeah, and this one, mosca, mosa means liberation. Mosa means liberation, and the promise is that by dint of understanding this knowledge one will attain liberation from all miseries. So the dint basically means, what? Dint has gone off my page. 1 minute. Didn't didn't basically means a dent or hole, a dent or hole in a surface. Synopsis: dent, indentation, depression, dip, dimple, cleft, cleft, hollow, crater, pit. So yeah, so I'll go back to that again and read it again. So it says, life in this material world is by nature inauspicious and miserable. Mosca means liberation, and the promise is that by dint of understanding this knowledge, knowledge, w- this knowledge, one will attain liberation from all miseries. Like I was saying before, where is the evidence of this happening? Where is the evidence of this happening? Where is that possible? Like I've been saying from is from when I've been saying from the beginning of Hinduism, is Hinduism part one to part seven. I've been saying, where is the evidence of this? Where is the the solid hardcore evidence of this liberation and promise is that by dint of understanding this knowledge, one will obtain liberation from all miseries. Where is that? Where is the hardcore evidence of that? You know, people might say, all religions are man-made, but it's not true. Not all religions are man-made, and it can't be true anyway. It just can't be. You can be inspired by a different entity, and sometimes the devil can use entities to communicate with us in a negative way, and obviously God can communicate with us in a positive way. So I read on, it is important then to understand what Krishna says about this knowledge. But basically it's just talking about the knowledge of, the worldly knowledge, like education, science, building knowledge, all knowledges of the world. Just knowledge to get by, basically. So yeah. So we shouldn't. Life after death does exist. There is life after death. We are, as I've read in some of the most of the book, most of the Hind the Kingdom of Knowledge book. Most of what I've read, the they've said that the soul does go on to live, and the body fails. The body fails, but it's the case of where does the body go, where the body goes into the ground. The body goes into the ground, we know that. But it's the case of where does the soul goes, because whatever is created in this world, like animals or human beings, it's eternal. So I don't know about animals, but human beings are eternal. So there's a sorry, there's a part. Yeah. So this part about, in the book of the Kingdom of Knowledge, basically where in the part where it talks about present soul body great great stress. 1 minute. So this part, I read out this last part. I'll show it to you. This part where my thumb is. This part where my thumb is. It took, and I'm gonna read the bit up here. The few lines up here where it says. Just checking my recording. Where it says on the last bit, it says it is important then to understand what Krishna says about this knowledge. It said so. I really I don't know how you pronounce these, but I'll spell it out to you. It says, I know. Well, this one is Raja Vidya Raja Guyam, which is spelled Guhyam Pavitram Pavitram Idam Adam Uttamam Uttamam Patasiyavo Gamam Pratyaksavam Daraham Dharmyam Sukorami Su middle line Sukham K Kartum Kartum, and the last word Avoyam Avyayam. So in those words I've just told you and spelled out to you, basically there's a part of it where it talks about the soul, and this is what it talks about the soul. It says, yet the soul is the most important part of the body. Without the presence of the soul, the body has no value. But yeah, so I think most people believe in the soul, and that the soul goes on. And like I said earlier, it what was it now? It was, the soul and the spirit is eternal. The devil wants the soul in hell with him, and God wants the spirit in heaven with him. I don't know if the two separate at all, but so I'm not that knowledgeable about that, not yet anyway. So yeah, that's all I have to say for today. So Hari Krishna, and yeah, goodbye then. Bye.